Another one that we were able to catch several years ago at Sundance when it was going to be in person, but then they swapped it out for it to not be in person, but we had already got our Airbnb. So we had our iconic Harry Potter house get together where you, me, Amanda, the girls, we were able to just like have this Airbnb where we had a projector room and we just saw movie after movie after movie off of our accounts. And there was a film called Am I Okay that left most of us in tears. Because we were laughing, because it was joyous, because it was sad. I caught it again. I don't know if you had the chance to see it off of HBO Max, whatever it's called now.
Not yet.
Am I Okay, directed by Tig Notaro and her partner Stephanie. In what I would say is, you could say it's the grown-up Booksmart. You could say it's, I know it's going to be blasphemous to some. A lesbian version of Superbad, in my opinion, of two people who have been friends for so long that they're damn near codependent. Some people think that they're even dating. And then one of them finally realizes that they're coming out, but it's at such a later age that they don't know how to do so. The same way that Tig and her partner had to deal with. Dakota Johnson gets a lot of flack. But I think you and I both agree. This is the Nepo Baby podcast right now. Because this is yet again another one. I think when she's good, she's good. And I'm going to say something here that may be controversial.
She's one of our premier Nepo Babies, in fact.
I think she's the new Nick Cage.
That's a really interesting comparison.
Right?
Because like obviously she doesn't really have like the gonzo quality that Nick Cage brings to some of his roles, but the self-awareness and
or sometimes when people think it's not self-aware.
Right. That ability to sort of like be a little bit in this like undefinable region where it's like, are we laughing with you or at you or maybe a little bit of both?
Exactly. Are you so committed that 100%. It's a good performance because you're being awkward, or are people going to make fun of you for that bit because out of context it feels funny? She comes from very famous people. People forget Nick Cage comes from the Coppolas. That's why he changed his last name. I think there's a lot there. I think both of them can be regarded as good actors, but then also like the next movie be one of the worst things that you have seen. She's younger than Nick Cage. I think Nick Cage already has his eras. In this one, I think she plays that awkwardness to a T. See, she is sometimes a loser. She is sometimes cringy. She is everything that the character needs to be. And I thought it worked extremely well. It also has Sonoya, who is on a run at the moment. Not just obviously always appearing in the new Alex Garland, but she is a standout. In the House of the Dragons, kind of playing the not Melisandre bit. I'm forgetting what the other characters would have been from the original series, who would like play with Tyrion and such, because she is almost a right-hand love interest for Damon's character, Matt Smith's character, and I think she does a really good job. I think she does a fantastic job in this one as well, because she has a range of being able to do drama, being able to play a robot in Ex Machina, and then be one of the funniest characters in this movie who's telling her friend, yo, you need to grow up. I don't know if you recall your thoughts on this movie, but having rewatched it, it still stands up for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 2.5 years, so I'm a little bit distant from it. I did not have a good time with this one, unfortunately. Like, I know the rest of our group enjoyed it, and Amanda had a really like emotional experience with it. I don't know. I just didn't think this was a very good script. I think the characters are kind of ill-defined and sort of not. I don't know, man. It just did like it's cute, but it's never funny. Like it just isn't. What? It's not funny. Like it's not.
Nah, bruh.
Like you have the Dakota Johnsonisms of it, and like Sonoya's fine, but it's so Sonoya's nothing. Great. Like it's a very nothing movie.
They're making fun of it. You know what you were saying about Linklater? It's about the vibe, and if you're not on the vibe, you're not on the vibe.
Yeah, man, it's not a good vibe. It's not a hangout.
Man. See, you have to be a lesbian to truly understand what's happening in this film between the two of them.
I don't think so.
I followed enough of Tig to have seen like a lot of. I felt like it was a lot of her stand-up personified into the movie of what she dealt with.
They really tried to get the sort of dry delivery that Tig Notaro has into Dakota Johnson, but I just think that it doesn't translate from how Tig does it on stage to this character. Like it feels like she's constantly doing an internal monologue out loud to like people who should be entertaining it. Like it doesn't feel like how people interact to me.
I liked it. I'm curious if you catch it again, what you think. Maybe you get a different vibe from it. But I thought they played well off of each other. I think they have a lot of jokes that they make that, again, I felt was like Superbad, where they're always insulting each other, but it's out of love, but it's also out of like frustration. I am sick of you up to here, but at the same time they have this codependent relationship where as much as they're dissing each other, they also need each other. It worked for me, but it's out on Max, so if people are interested in it, you can catch it. If you're not vibing with it, turn it off, play something else, like Hitman over on Netflix. But am I okay? It took a while to come out, but it's finally here.